Even if it's a 70s or 80s car, we're going to preserve as much of the original car as possible.
Great. Well, I'm with John, the marketing manager from Canepa. And now, John, I know the shop has a world-famous reputation, and I followed a little bit of your work online. And you also happen to have built a car for a friend of mine, or rebuilt a car for a friend of mine. Can you tell me a little bit about the business, how long it's been in operation, and the nature of the work you do?
Sure. Canepa's been in business since 1983. Bruce Canepa started the company as a car dealership, pretty much selling European cars down in Santa Cruz, California. And he eventually moved into custom SUVs when that was big in the 90s. And then in the 2000s, when all the cars that he ran as a race car driver became classics, he decided to get into classic cars and collectible cars. So we moved into this facility in Scotts Valley in 2006. Used to be the Seagate Disc Drive building, and they converted it over at 70,000 square feet. The idea was to move all of his businesses under one roof. So we have car restoration here, where we do everything in-house, including paint, upholstery, everything. We also sell collectible cars. We have a automotive museum upstairs. We have a motorsporter shop, which is where we are right now. And we also own a car transporter company down in Fresno.
Okay.
So, but everything pretty much under one roof.
Yeah. Now I noticed that there's a wide range of different vehicles here, not just classic cars, there's kind of high-end race cars here as well. So you need to have a staff with a varied kind of product knowledge and experience. Yeah. Where do you find those people? Are they thin on the ground, or do you train them up yourselves? Or
it's a little bit of both. It is extremely difficult to find people who even know what a carburetor is anymore.
Yeah, correct.
But a lot of our mechanics come from motorsport, NASCAR, Indy, Formula One, endurance car. Yep. And we bring them in, especially to work in our motorsport shop, but in our regular shop as well. Yep. We bring in specialists to work on the Italian cars, the German cars. We have a staff of over 75 people. Yep.
That's a big shop.
It is a big shop, but we're also training the next generation. Sure. We're bringing in younger people to teach them what classic cars are all about, what the older race cars were about, because a lot of the guys we employ are getting older and they're going to retire soon, and we don't want that knowledge to be lost. Sure.
Now, how do you manage the expectation of the client? Because you know, being a coach builder myself, I know that a lot of projects can be very open-ended. Yeah. So typically, if someone came to see you, would you be giving them a fixed price up front, or are you saying, look, we don't know how much work's going to be involved, it's going to be X amount of dollars per hour, and whatever it takes, it takes. How does it work here?
Normally it is time and materials.
Okay.
Every car that comes in is unique. Even if we've worked on a multiple of Porsche 959s, for instance, each one has been cared for differently than the one next to it. So there's no way to predict or give somebody a fixed price. If you really want to upset people, you give them that fixed price and then go over it, right? So we make sure that we give them a baseline from our experience of working on whatever car it might be. And then we make sure they understand that it will probably move from that point.
Sure.
And as long as we give all of our clients daily, if not weekly, updates, either of what the work's been done. We give them photographic updates. Yep. So always trying to manage their expectations, making sure they know exactly what we're doing, what the next step is.
Sure. Okay. And how busy ahead of time? If I had a car tomorrow and I gave you a call, how long would I be waiting to come into the shop?
Depends on what time of year you gave us a call. If it's right before the Monterey week, it's going to be a little while.
Yeah, okay.
We have 57 different projects going on at the shop right now. 57? We had 20 to complete by Monterey week. So it was a big crush right beforehand. So over the winter, we can usually bring projects on, and most people who have a large project to complete have their own timeline. Okay. And it's usually not rushed. Usually have more than one car they can drive, right? Okay. So most restorations, if that's what they're looking, take about 1.5 years to complete. Okay. Yeah. And in terms of conservation versus restoration, I know it's an argument that I hear all over the world. Yeah. I notice you've got a couple of wheeling machines in the background there, English wheels as they're known here.
do you undertake full reskinning of cars, or where you can, do you try to preserve a lot of the original bodywork? What's the, again, it's completely subjective because I know each car is different.
Right.
But do you undertake complete reskins of cars, or do you just mainly do small localized repairs?
We'll only do a reskin if it's completely called for. Like if there's no way back. Ideally, we will save as much of the original car as possible. We restored the first Duesenberg road car ever built. And every single little piece of rust or anything that was problem, we just cut out around that edge as small as possible and fixed it.
Yes.
Kept it. You might have noticed in the shop that we only use older tools. We don't use any CNC or computer to design. The philosophy is to use the tools that were available when the car was new. So English wheels, lathes, and things like that. But we try to preserve on all the cars, no matter how new they are, even if it's a 70s or 80s car, we're going to preserve as much of the original car as possible.
Great. Well, look, congratulations. Great shop. Probably one of the best equipped shops I've ever seen, and I've never seen anything on this magnitude. So thank you very much, Dave, for your time.
All right,
appreciate it.